the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Outlaws Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a review video on a brand new tent from Outdoor Revolution. So this here is the Outdoor Revolution Campstar 500XL. So it's basically Outdoor Rev created this whole new Campstar range, which is all orientated at sort of bringing inflatable tents down to a sort of more entry-level price point. So for this, what they kind of do is almost get out kind of the fancy-dancy nuts and bolts and get down to the core basics of stuff you need. Things like, you know, toggle curtains rather than zipper curtains, or toggle dividers rather than zip dividers. So all this makes a big difference to the cost and means that this sort of product then becomes more affordable. It's no different to what Vango have done and Camper have done in years gone by, and you know, it's kind of Outdoor Revolution's version of it in many ways. So what we've got here is a free zone tent, sleeping, living, and also front awning area. There is obviously numerous amounts of different sizes of this, so from 600 XL to a 500 normal. So you can have a look at each individual video that we've done on it. It's inflatable, so it's quick and easy to pitch. I pitched this model on my own in about 10-11 minutes. So, and you can check out our own Outlaws pitching and packing videos to show you how quick, simple and easy it really was. You've got kind of each beam's done individually, and you've got kind of Outdoor Rev's dynamic valve. So it's a big opening, and you can allows air in quickly, but also allows air out. You don't have their pressure release valve in this particular range. It's something that, again, to try and keep the price point as keen as possible, they've kind of removed, and it's no different to what the likes of Coleman or Outwow are still running with anyway. You've got a 120 HDE fabric, which essentially means it's 70 denier, and it's 3000 ml waterproof rating. So again, very equivalent to what you see from Vango and Outwow. One thing you've also got again is crystal clear windows, so plenty of light gets into the tent, but you've got privacy with the curtains. A nice big side door for allowing air flowing through, so today when the wind's blowing, you can get a nice breeze inside a tent, so certainly for those warmer days, it helps make it a lot cooler. Plus it's your sort of first line of defense against the bugs and the critters. Again, nice, simple and easy. You've got points of little webbing storm straps down here as well, so little tension points, things like that in the main crucial pegging points means you can adjust it. High visibility guy rounds as well, just means that it stands out a little bit more with easy sliding runners, so makes it easier to adjust again. You get essentially the pegs, a pump as well, and we're also doing a package deal with this, so it comes in footprint, carpet, tent, all in one box, ready to go. So again, it's almost like the perfect starter bundle, and again, you can see if you want to from our link below at the bottom of this YouTube clip. The front door scenario has the ability of sort of rolling from right to left, and you've got sort of a shut, half open, or kind of fully open. There's a ground sheet also supplied with the kind of front section here. So there's a lay flat ground sheet, and also there's a little kind of skirt on the outside of it, which tucks underneath. Ground sheet lays on top, so that way it feels like a sewn in ground sheet, but you have the flexibility, you can take it in, take it out. There's also a little retaining clip just on this door as well, so when you want to have the door kind of halfway, it means all the stress is not putting on the actual zip itself. And remove the peg points. Like I said, the door can then be sort of rolled either halfway open or fully open. For me, I personally can't see the point of having the ground sheet in here. As soon as the door's open, it's going to rain. All it's going to do is just collect. So immediately, if you probably have this front area as a completely sort of, you know, sealed up section, then yeah, it works quite well. But apart from that, my personal feeling is that obviously everyone uses their own tent differently, is you don't really need it. But I suppose better to have and not need than need and not have. You've kind of got this almost like pre-angled kind of beam structure. It's designed to hopefully give you a bit more interior headroom, making the tent feel bigger than you want it to be. But overall, nice little model. We'll have a look through the inside of it and talk through a few more features that the Campstar has to offer. Yeah. So now we're in the Campstar 500XL, you can kind of get a bit more of bearings first, and the layout we've got. So, like I said, the canopy area is actually not a bad depth, to be fair. You can happily put sort of a unit inside here. Thank you for that, Archie. So you can cook in, or do whatever you need to in here, sit out at night time, roll that back and have sort of versatility. You've got a divisional door that leads you sort of into the main living area. Now, the door itself is fixed on one side, which almost creates a little bit of a dead space here, just to put a sort of storage unit or cooking unit. so you have it either side. So it sort of naturally orientates yourself a bit more towards this sort of left-hand side to me now, or the right. The door can be open up sort of halfway or fully open, and again you've got that little clipper there just to kind of keep it at bay if need be, and then zips along the base, and you've got quite a nice run flat in. So even though there's a zip down the bottom, it's quite smart that you haven't got a trip hazard coming into the actual tent itself. And when you sort of roll that back, it just automatically sort of merges it into one kind of space. So size-wise, it's quite nice. And now we're back in here. So I think for 5 people, you've probably got an ample amount of space. I'd say definitely it's more of a sort of an ideal 3 or more of a comfy 4. 5 might be a bit of push when you sort of got tables and chairs in here. Big mesh door as well, it's going to help with the airflow. But you've still got kind of your main core features that you kind of need, things like a hanging point for a lantern. It's located here and there's one in the canopy. And there's little Velcro tabs basically for the cable to run down to a cable entry point that's basically behind the bedroom here. The scenario, the bedroom section at the back, it's sort of split up into a sort of 3 and a 2 berth. So it's a 180, 130, and there's sort of a divider between the 2 sections, which you can take in and out at your own discretion. Obviously a darker size in here as well to hopefully, make yourself have a better night's sleep, which is quite crucial. But you've got a nice big ventilation panel at the back here, and then one on the outside. And we'll bring the camera into here a second. Definitely things like the run flat lips that run all the way through the tent make a big difference. And you've got cable entry points not only on the right hand side, which I pointed out earlier, but also the left. And even a little cable entry point into the bedroom section where the storage pockets are. So you can have sort of your mains cable running through there, charging your phone at night, and that way you can easily isolate and know where your torch is, so you have to get up to the middle of the night. You've got Velcro parts here as well, and that's to take up kind of the Outdoor Revolution up and down lighters and the Lumi lights to flood light into it if you don't want to go for a conventional lantern or a flexi light. And also you've got little loops here for the sort of oxygen storage pockets, so the ability to create sort of hanging, almost like pockets in the beam itself. So that's also quite a nice little feature that's unique to Outdoor Revolution. I mean, overall, I think really nice model. You also got, like I said, the curtains, which can be put up into kind of halfway or fully up as well. And the low-level ventilation beneath kind of the windows will also help for sort of the fluctuation of air to help fight condensation, which is a big problem these days in these tents. Overall, I think good model, a lot of talking points, and I think so for the price point, it's not bad value for money. It's definitely worth looking at the what Van Gogh in the Stargrove and the new camper model as well, just to kind of give you a bit more a ballpark figure on what's going on and compare and contrast. It's one we certainly will have, like I said, via a link below for more information. So if you have any more questions or queries, do feel free to let us know. But that is kind of our little outdoor review on the Camstar 500 XL.